Choice is always a good thing. However, it might also become slightly confusing when the question is about choosing between two good smartphones. For the past couple of years, the choice for a Redmi handset was pretty simple. Anyone who wanted a compact phone went with the regular series, while anyone with an appetite for larger screens went with the Note devices. However, this time around we have two Note series devices to spoil us. They do share quite a lot of similarities, but they share a few key differences as well. This is Sandeep from Rev Atlas. Let's examine the differences in detail to see just which one you should be getting for yourself. Let's start with the primary element of interaction on smartphones, the display. Both these Note devices pack in 5.99-inch 18:9 Full HD Plus 2160 by 1080 pixels IPS panel with 2.5D curved glass and rounded corners for the display. They're practically identical and offer better sunlight legibility than the previous generations, even with the same 450 nits of brightness. Contrast ratio is 1000:1 on the Redmi Note 5, however the Pro gets a 1500:1 contrast ratio as well as 83% NTSC color gamut, while the regular Note has 84%. In real life, these numbers don't make much of a difference and both are practically identical in terms of the screen experience. The wider display and smaller bezels have resulted in the use of on-screen keys, and there's a rear-mounted always active fingerprint scanner on both of them that's really accurate. They both have the same 4000 mAh battery under the hood, along with a micro USB port that supports 5V 2A charging. The Redmi Note 5 Pro gives 7+ hours of screen on time, while the Redmi Note 5 in most cases with similar usage does an hour more. This is mainly attributed to a more powerful 1.8 GHz Snapdragon 636 with Cryo cores on board the Note 5 Pro, while the Note 5 has the same Snapdragon 625 of the previous generation. The battery life is not that different and both should comfortably last even heavy users an entire day of use. They are both available in 332 and 464 gig variants, however the Note 5 Pro gets a special 664 version which should be beneficial for power users. Storage can be expanded via the hybrid dual SIM slot on both that also supports 4G LTE and VoLTE. Design-wise, they are nearly identical and are tough to distinguish for the untrained eye. However, you will notice the difference in placement of the headphone jack, which is located at the top on the Note 5, while the 5 Pro has it at the bottom, where it replaces the dummy grill that hides a microphone on the Note 5. The front camera too is on the right side of the earpiece on the Note 5, which has a 5MP camera, while the 20MP Sony IMX376 on the Note 5 Pro is to the left of the earpiece. The camera experience is quite different on both these devices, and aside from the performance itself, this may be the main differentiating factor and perhaps the more tangible one. You'll probably already figure that out by looking at the rear camera setup on both. The Redmi Note 5 has a 12MP f2.2 camera with 1.25 micron pixel size. It's a small step forward compared to the previous generation, but the Note 5 Pro has a secondary 5MP f2 camera with 1.12 micron pixel size for depth sensing. The camera unit is also housed towards the left side of the device, similar to the iPhone X. Despite the similar primary camera, the Note 5 Pro is a giant leap when it comes to the imaging. We'll be doing a detailed camera comparison between the two, which we shall link at the end of this video and in the description, so please do check that out. Both the devices will ship with Android Nougat and MIUI 9 on top of it in 4 different colors, namely black, gold, rose gold, and perhaps the most unique offering being the blue color. If you're a regular user and not a power user of smartphones but need all the features as well as brilliant build quality, great battery life and reliability, then the Redmi Note 5 is a good option. However, if you're looking for a smartphone that performs better and also has a much better camera setup, then the Redmi Note 5 Pro is the way to go. Just how good the camera is in comparison is something that you can find out from a camera comparison. Thanks for watching, see you again in the next one.